See anything good today?
Well, I just came from the ladies' luncheon, so that was super fun. It's
You have a
always
lot of speakers?
well, I had to leave because I came here for you, so I had to leave early. But they were doing the auction, which is
Okay.
super fun to watch.
Fundraiser for,
Yeah.
is that NRA ILA?
Well, it goes into the Women's Leadership Forum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but they've got jewelry and guns and hunts and all sorts of things.
That's fun.
So, yeah.
Pick up a deal if no one's paying attention. You can bid on something.
Well, they're pretty serious in there. They
Yeah.
come ready
They're
to.
ready to buy.
Yeah, I know, and we're just watching, you know.
You watch all the other people run up the bids.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I
Yeah.
think we're live.
Oh,
We're
good.
live,
Uh-huh.
live from the Ruger booth, Gun Talk, live from the NRA show annual meetings, and I'm joined by Maggie Reese-Voigt.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, we're having a lot of fun at the NRA. One of the things, and you guys have seen some of the broadcasts earlier perhaps, we're at the Ruger booth. A lot of new products from Ruger.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes, that's what's super exciting is because, they're keeping the passion alive. You can see how much they really love this industry and they really love the product lines because there's always something new coming out, new
Yeah.
innovation, and I think I feed off of it because you can tell that they're coming to work and they're happy with what they're putting out, and so I feed off of that as a competitor.
I mean, we come up with ideas on guns and products, but I feel like I'm constantly amazed going, wow,
Yeah.
you guys, how did you keep thinking of this stuff? And they're like, oh, we got more. We got stuff that's planned out a year, 2, 3 in advance.
Yeah.
That's going to be even cooler.
But they do a good turnaround. So, I mean, when
Yeah.
they think about something and they make an action plan and they put it out there, so they've got a really good turnaround time for all these new ideas, which
Yeah.
is fun.
So, one of the guns that's been hot, one of the guns you've been
Mhm.
shooting is the PC Carbine. The PC Carbine, for those who don't know, just explain the gun in general.
Well, the one I'm shooting in competition is in 9mm. So it's a really fun platform. You're seeing a lot of that now in USPSA style
Right.
competitions, but also you're seeing it in 3-gun competitions where
Yeah, and you were saying 4-gun competitions
Yes,
even.
we call it 2x4, and what it is you have the opportunity to pick your favorite 2 guns to attack any stage with. And so for somebody like myself, who's not particularly strong in shotgun, that would probably be my weakest
Right.
firearm, I have the opportunity now to sub that out for the PC Carbine, and which is
Cool.
really, really cool because it's just it fits my style of shooting,
Yeah,
you know?
you just go. You can go fast.
Yes, yes.
9mm,
Mhm.
almost no recoil to this.
This is a really flat shooting gun, so it
Yeah.
comes in just a little bit under 7 pounds. I've thrown some optics on mine and
Sure.
a flashlight and some other cool stuff. So it's about 7.5 pounds, super flat, very comfortable to hold though. So really good balance behind it.
I think everybody who's shot this gun or kind of had any experience with it, they're going, what's not to like? When it first came out, it said, okay, it's a 9,
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
Already has a threaded barrel. It's a
Mhm.
takedown.
Yes.
Has ambi controls.
Yeah.
You can swap the mags out. SR9 mags. Am I saying that right? Ruger mags
Mhm.
and
Ruger mags
or Glock
and
mags.
Glocks. Mhm.
If you have
Just
that.
depending on what you have.
Now there's a few new variations, and this being one of them.
Mhm.
This is free flow handguard.
Yes, brand new. So if you don't already have one of our carbines, this is the new model that comes out with the handguard. If you already have the older with the previous handguard on it, you can get this in accessory package. It'll be coming out pretty quickly.
Okay.
Not quite available yet, but you can just get the handguard on its
Just
own.
and you take basically it's the takedown part.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And M-Lock accessories,
Yeah.
puts accessories on there, ready to roll.
Yeah, we like all the cool stuff. I myself, I shoot a lot of nighttime matches.
Okay.
So I mean, I've got flashlights and lasers and all the cool accessories now. So really fun.
And also, we talked about this when we were playing with it at the range. This accommodates kind of modern shooting techniques. That
Yes.
thumb over for
Uh-huh.
if you want to shoot that way, you can do
I
that.
do a really forward, holding kind of grip, really out there, aggressive stance, and that incorporates well with this gun.
So the other new wrinkle is PC Carbine in 40.
I know.
A little more power.
Uh-huh. Well, and as soon as you do something, everybody wants more calibers.
Sure.
And that's where Ruger is really great because they come out and they've got it. So now it's available in 40. So you have tons of options. Me, I shoot a lot of 9. So
Right.
I'm already working with that caliber. I'm already set up to reload, and that's where my ammo's at. So I like it in 9. But for people who love the 40, as they've already got that in a handgun, this can be great as well.
What do you think, for someone who says, I'm excited about the 40, what are they going to do with that versus a 9? Maybe hunting, perhaps? You could do some more hunting stuff?
Yeah, yeah. In competition, we're really just seeing the 9 right now, so I don't know if that will evolve now to incorporate some of the other calibers now that they're available. But I think it kind of, for me, it depends on what you already have in your pistol. What are you
Mm-hmm.
already stocking
Sure.
ammo-wise? And it's just great because you can go to the range with just one caliber and do all your plinking and all your fun.
And I remember Mark Gurney told me it'll take your 40 cal Glock mags.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's a factor. You say, well, I have, 10 Glock mags already that are 40.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah, yeah.
For a lot of people, shooting a 40 Smith & Wesson in a pistol can be fairly snappy.
It is even more snappy than a 45. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
But in a carbine,
yeah,
easy.
still flat, still
Easy.
flat. Mm-hmm.
So what else have you been doing shooting wise? I mean, where is competition shooting heading, do you think? Are you seeing anything new or different that you're kind of
Well, like I've said, what I've really been focused on is the carbine right now, the PC carbine, because that's
Yeah.
super popular. You're just
That
going
is
to see
popular.
a lot of it, especially on the West Coast. But I'm excited to get into some other things for Ruger. So I've got Bianchi Cup coming up.
Yeah.
That's going to be super fun. We're standing right in front of Doug's pistol. That's going to be super fun. I'm really excited to shoot that for all of my single stack and classic kind of divisions.
Ruger Custom Shop? That's big news now.
It is, and we've got some fun stuff coming out of the
Other
custom
things
shops.
in the oven cooking up.
Yes.
Nice.
So definitely, if you are not already on our social media for Ruger, you've
Yeah.
got to follow us so you can see all the new stuff that we're doing. You can get on the Ruger website, you can get on our mailing list, and see all these product launches as they're coming out. So you've got to do that if you're not already signed up for our mailing list.
What are some of the common questions you get about either shooting or the carbine stuff? I mean, what are people wondering about?
A lot of people just want to know how do they get started.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, kind of basic stuff like that. And I've always had just the most positive, welcoming experience when I go out to competition. So I just encourage people, follow me on social media, see some of the different organizations
Right.
that are out there, get on their website, go out to a local match. You're going to meet really, really great people,
Yeah.
and they're going to welcome you in. When I first started competing, I didn't have guns, I didn't have gear, I didn't have anything. I was borrowing it.
Right.
But I made new friends, and people just welcomed me in and showed me the way. And so if you want to shoot competition and you're a little bit intimidated, maybe
Yeah.
you don't think like, oh gosh, I don't want to go out there and not do well.
Right.
It's such a welcoming, fun environment. Just get out there and do it.
Yeah, I mean it's a competition, but it's kind of in certain ways it's like those individual sports like golf or tennis or whatever, where it's a lot of individual improvement for yourself. I mean, whether you win the match or not,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
You can have fun, improve, on your own.
Absolutely. I mean, at my local match, I shoot with the same people every week, and we go out to lunch afterwards.
Right.
And so it's really our social event, and it's just fun, And there's some kind of good-natured back and forth, but
Yeah.
nobody's taking it so seriously that you have to be intimidated to come out and shoot competition. It really just is to kind of keep your skill level proficient and be around like-minded people and have fun and get to shoot.
I would think with a carbine like this PC carbine, that's kind of a nice place to start for someone because, for me, I think this is probably easier to shoot than a pistol.
It is.
Probably easier to shoot than AR-15s and having to do reloads and recoil whatever for a new shooter.
Right.
This gun?
Very good. So what I'm shooting is I'm shooting it with the Glock magazines. I have an extended base pad on it, so I am going out there with 40 rounds to start.
Not a lot of reloading.
Yeah. So it's very just focused on actually shooting the stage.
Okay.
So there's not a lot of complex manipulations or anything that's needed from the start. It's just going out and shooting. I've got 2 optics on mine, so that's a little bit
Okay.
something different, but it gives me options.
Why do you do that?
Well, if you're ever doing something kind of weird, like maybe having to shoot from like a left-hand position,
Right.
I'm right-handed, so that just gives me some options to get around barriers
Okay.
or anything like that. But you can definitely just start with one optic, one red dot on the front, your big magazine, and just shoot.
Yeah.
It's a great place
And like
to
you
start.
said, you could actually show up without anything.
Yes.
And
yes.
and people are going to help you out and go, shoot my gun. Maybe bring some boxes of ammo.
Well, that's a good thing, but you know what? With the carbine, with the PC carbine, you don't have to have a holster.
Right.
You know,
True.
you're probably going to want to carry an extra magazine just, for safety, if something happened. But I mean, honestly, if you're just starting out, you can kind of stuff that magazine, and
Right.
you don't have to buy a bunch of gear to get out there and get started.
Yeah.
You start with your gun and you work your way from there.
And it's ready to go. I mean, you have the rails on top. You can put a red dot. Red dots, we've said it for years. It's kind of like one of the easiest ways to teach anyone to shoot.
Yeah.
Put the dot on target, pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
It goes where the dot is.
It is, and I'm shooting this, like I said, in the 2x4 division, and so I'm shooting it about up to 80 yards, and I feel comfortable. Yeah, very comfortable.
I was going to ask about that. You gain a little bit of velocity with a longer barrel. I mean, we've shot this out to not crazy distances, but maybe 140 yards.
Yeah.
Shooting steel.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
With a red dot.
I know,
and
it's
with
fun.
iron sights too, because you got iron sights on the gun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So what's next for where you're headed? You mentioned doing Bianchi.
Yeah.
What is it like to shoot? Have you shot that match before?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
When I went, one of my favorite quotes was from Jim Clark. He said, "You've got the speed guys trying to figure out how to shoot slower, and you have the bullseye kind of those shooters going, I don't know if I can shoot this fast."
Yeah.
It's kind of a tough match in that way. A lot of different types of skills.
Gosh, yeah, it is a super challenging match. I mean, you only have to go out there and fire every shot perfectly.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
I know. No messing up. But it's its own kind of little beast out there, and the pressure is intense.
To give people an idea of that, how many can you recall how many rounds? And I know the bullseye count is ridiculous on who the people who end up winning. First, second, or whatever.
Like that guy
like this
right
guy
behind us.
who keeps winning it
He's
over and
kind of
over.
famous for that.
Yeah, Doug.
my team captain, Doug.
I mean, it's the bullseye count on this match is high. It's
Yeah. Well, what you're going for is you want to shoot a perfect score, which is you want to shoot a 1920.
Okay.
And Doug consistently does that. I mean, he has really mastered that competition. I myself have never shot a 1920. Don't quote me, but I don't believe that a woman has yet.
Okay.
So that's always a goal.
This year.
Yes, this year. Something to aspire to. But yes, you are looking for a perfect score if you really truly want to be competitive. And then it will most likely come down to the X count, which is the tiebreaker.
Right. How many actual bullseyes?
Yes.
And it's true for other shooting disciplines. When you get that precise and the top shooters are that good.
Yeah.
It's like if you go to the Grand, to shoot clays, it's basically, he dropped one, I guess he's out.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, and you kind of feel that, and if, oh my gosh, if it happens on the first day, on the first stage, it's a really long match after that.
Yeah.
And for somebody like me, I try to really diversify, and I really like shooting a bunch of different matches because there's just kind of different people that go, and I like to interact with everybody. So I might be coming from a style of competition the week before that was really speed focused.
Yeah.
That wasn't accuracy based.
Right.
So it's a huge challenge for me to make that switch, but I like the challenge.
Yeah, you kind of have to go, okay, wait a minute. It's not just hit the target. You got to hit the bullseye.
Yes, preferably in the center.
Yeah, in the center.
Yes.
So if you have any questions for us, definitely chime in on Facebook or YouTube, on the Ruger page or Gun Talk page. We'll be answering those, I'm sure, throughout the day and week, and can help you out. What else do we need to let them know about the PC Carbine stuff? Get out there and shoot it.
Get out there and shoot it. It is such a fun gun, and it's where all the innovation is right now. There's just a lot of passion behind it, and you're going to see a lot more people shooting it in competition.
And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more wrinkles to come in this platform. It's just so cool and so fun to shoot. Whether you're a new shooter, whether you've been shooting for 50 years, everybody who picks up this gun is excited about it.
Yeah.
And they just laugh when they shoot it.
Yeah, yeah. It is super fun.
What more can you want?
All right. That's what we do.
Cool. Well, chime in, and thanks for joining us, Maggie.
Thank you.